Real Agriculture's coverage of Agritechnica 2019 is brought to you by Brevant. Seed, yield, easy. Sean Haney here with Real Agriculture. We're at Agritechnica 2019 in Hanover, Germany, brought to you by Brevant. And right now I am joined by Gregor Benzman with Amazon. How's it going today, Gregor?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. How about you?
I'm doing very good. I'm enjoying the show here today in Hanover. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so behind us is some smart sprayer technology.
Yes.
You know, with the focus on reducing herbicide use from a cost perspective, but also in some areas regulations, depending on where you are in the world. This is very, very key future technology. Give us some details.
Yeah, it is really, especially the people on the world, they do not accept anymore to spray a lot of amount of fungicides or pesticides. So to care about our future and sustainability, we have to think about reducing using chemicals on our fields. So the technology, basically we see here the smart sprayer. It's a project we started in cooperation with experts in all fields. So we have top technology from Bosch. As you know, they are good in producing technologies, and we have the knowledge from BASF, the Xavio Digital Farming Company. And we, as a machine manufacturer, we have the knowledge about the sprayers. So how a smart sprayer should look like and how he should work. So when you go with a sprayer, we would like to add sensors into the boom, like you see over here. Yeah, these sensors are able to detect between weed and crop. So, and these information we can use then for spraying and decide between weed and crop. How we do this? We just have the nozzles and the application technique, but the knowledge is coming from Xavio. They know how the plants look like. They make the algorithm that the sensor decides between weed and crop, and then we get direct in real time the force to open the nozzle in this area and to cut the weed and by using less chemicals.
Right, and so it's not I know a lot of farmers, they talk about the cost of some of these products, and so the ability to only, instead of broad acre spraying them, only spraying them where they need to, which is where the weeds are.
Yeah, exactly.
And so what has been the feedback from people that are seeing this? What's the farmer's reaction?
The reaction is quite positive. So they see this, and when they start to understand this, they really say, okay, that's cool, because that makes sense. We don't want to spray where we don't need, yeah? But they also ask always about price and what the costs will be. So this is what we have to figure out. Where's the business case also for such a technology? The technology, I think, it's great and it's a great idea, and we have all experts at one table. But we also have to take the farmer inside the boat, I would say, that they are able to afford such a expensive technology, because we cannot develop a smart sprayer for the same price like a normal sprayer. That's for sure.
Okay, as I was going to ask you about the price point, so not really figured out yet. Okay, so what about some of the testing? What speed would the sprayer be able to go at for the sensors to be able to read the difference between the crop and the weeds and make sure that we're not applying the herbicide to something we don't want to, like say the crop?
So we did some tests this year, but we have not made the decision if it will be production or not. So it's a project together, and the next year we will go further with some prototypes and then make the exact experiments, how fast we can go, how good the detection still is. We did some tests with a low speed, and that works fine. We have to make some optimization about the camera technique, but next year we will have some prototypes running, and then we will figure out what is the best and optimize the software, the algorithm in work together with Xavio and Bosch.
So how many sensors or cameras would you have on the boom to be able to make this work? Can you give us an idea about that?
Yeah, we will have a one sensor on 1 meter boom sides. Yeah. So as you see here, this is one sensor. This is nearly 1 meter. So if you had a 30 meter boom, you need 30 sensors. That's for now the status we have. Yeah.
Do you have to spray during the day, or can these cameras work at night as well?
Both. As you see, we have LED flashlights over here, so it's possible during the night and during the day. And we also make some experiments or tests, and the feedback was that we have to light it out quite well, because then the detection is much better. And we have to figure out that when the sun is shining in the middle of the sky, so very bright, then it's more hard with the camera detection. So this is the things we have to check in the prototype phase next year. And then we will see if it's the best to do it when it's cloudy, or doing it in the night, or doing it with less sun or more sun. Or it will be a problem.
Well, I know the costing isn't the pricing isn't figured out yet. Do you have any idea when this possibly could be commercially available? When you might be, showcasing it in the main part of the booth here and saying, "Hey, this is an option for you"?
As I said, it's a project. It's not a product now. So we haven't made the decision. We are evaluating now what is the right solution. We have our other solutions you have seen, flying with the drones, making maps, and then driving with a standard machine, or using hoeing and pesticides together, just spray in rows and hoeing between. So we have to figure out what is really the solution, and this also depends what the farmers will pay for the technology. Yeah, and I think we can make a decision beginning or middle of next year if we will start this product, and then I think development time takes again 1 or 2 years to make it like in serious production.
And so will Amazon have the global right, if it does become a product, will Amazon have the global rights to it then?
You mean if it's available globally?
Yeah.
That depends. We always have our process and our structure, so we start in countries where we can also support the service. That's often important, because when you have such a complex machine, you need to provide service. So we start first in some pre-series countries here around Germany, where our technical specialists are, but when this will run good, then it's, I think, no problem to extend it to other countries. How is it about Canada? What do you think? Is it interesting also for Canadian farmers?
I think so. There's a lot of it, whether it's Eastern Canada or Western Canada, I think a lot of farmers are looking at, how do I, this is a cost, there's going to be a price to it, but there's also a potential cost reduction strategy as well. It also opens up the opportunity for some chemical manufacturers to maybe go to other things in their bank, their history, and pull other actives and material forward that maybe didn't work on spraying on the crop, but if you only sprayed it on a weed, it would actually be much more effective. So I think there's a lot of opportunity.
Okay, sounds great. That's also good information for us to know what is on other side of the globe is important. Yeah,
for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and have a nice day and have a nice exhibition.